Hey guys, Christian here. One detail that I need to add about yesterday's Supreme Court decision to hear a case that might overrule this really old precedent called Humphrey's Executor is that this case involves the FTC, that is the Federal Trade Commission. Now, that's not just any agency, but it is the agency that 90 years ago the Supreme Court said may be insulated from presidential control. How? By Congress's decision to vest each of its commissioners with what is known as for-cause removal protections. Now, that may sound kind of arcane or maybe technical, but really, the reason for-cause removal protections are important, that means that the president cannot just fire any of these commissioners whenever he feels like it. He needs to have what the law calls cause. What cause means is that they need to be either found liable for inefficiency, malfeasance, or neglect of duty. And if none of those things apply, that means that they're doing a good job, that they are fulfilling their legal statutory mandate. And if the president cannot point to an act that they have done in office that qualifies as one of those things, they may not be fired. The reason Congress made that choice many years ago and has made it in many other statutes for other agencies is not just to make life hard for the president. No, it's because a lot of these agencies regulate huge industries. In the case of the FTC, this is the agency that regulates monopolies, the concentration of power in industries. And if you don't have an FTC that is independent, that means that the president can tilt the scales on how the FTC regulates these industries. And if the FTC is stacked with cronies, that means that maybe they won't regulate any monopolies. And a lot of these big companies are going to be able to concentrate and buy each other out or merge with each other and create these huge conglomerates that are going to make life harder for regular consumers. So that's the reason Congress created these protections for commissioners who are meant to be from both parties, who are sometimes supposed to serve for long terms, even longer than the president, because they're supposed to be kind of insulated from these outside pressures. They're allowed to create policy in a way that is truly insulated from this control. And that's why this case matters. And that's why if the Supreme Court does away with these protections, we won't have independent agencies anymore, and all bets are off. Hey guys, Christian here. One detail that I need to add about yesterday's Supreme Court decision to hear a case that might overrule this really old precedent called Humphrey's Executor is that this case involves the FTC, that is the Federal Trade Commission. Now, that's not just any agency, but it is the agency